All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly horoscope for April 13th through the 19th. My name is Athen. Now, this week we are coming from the third quarter phase, going towards the new moon. We're going to have the new moon on Saturday in Aries in your 12th house. So certainly this energy now, this week, shifting from your 11th house into your 12th house, which is about rest, relaxation, tranquility, and the simple things in life, and making sure that you are tapping into the elements of the inner world versus the outer world. So it starts on Monday, though, where you do have Mars transiting your 12th house. So I think you guys are very actively involved in either working behind the scenes or working with the unconscious, subconscious, the psyche, whether it's with yourself or in relationships with others. Whatever that is, I think on Monday, and this is coming out of last week, you do have an opportunity here to move forward with some visions involving these things that maybe you had regarding, or that you've been having regarding your work. Neptune's been transiting your 10th house, so here there's a lot of visions and ideals involving work lately, or for the past many years actually. So this can be a good energy to utilize in a very grounded sense. So if you've been thinking about this lunar cycle in particular, the past 3 weeks, putting energy towards some of these visions that you have about work, career, anything on that public level, this is certainly a great day on Monday to move forward with those visions, especially when you are making sure you get enough rest and relaxation in that process. Now Tuesday we have the sun going into that 12th house, into Aries. So this is again more passion for everybody, but for you it's very going with the flow, because that's how you Taurans are. To take action, you have to have that presence, that meditative state in what you're doing. That's how you connect, that's how you build things, and you go through that process. So that is an energy that you just naturally know how to work with, which is the 12th house, because it's ruled by Aries for you. So moving forward with life, and that's what this whole thing is. We have the new moon coming up, but this week it's certainly about making sure that we are being malleable, we're adapting to changes, because the time right before the new moon, so pretty much this week, it's not always the best time to make new decisions. This is a little bit later though than what I'm talking about now, like Wednesday, Thursday. It's a time where you can certainly move forward. Just make sure you're being adaptable, be willing to change, try different things, because more than likely a lot of things will be shifting from Saturday onward after that new moon that will take you into a new direction. So it's not the time to be rigid, basically, is what I'm saying, but certainly a time to be thinking about where you want to head for this next lunar cycle. And so on Tuesday, I think certainly thinking about that and listening to your intuition involving that as well. I think your intuition is certainly going to be developing over the next month with the fast-moving planets, the Sun, Mars, and Mercury in your 12th house. Now on Tuesday and Wednesday, we have your ruler opposing up to Saturn. So this is a couple days here where you want to make sure that you're staying grounded, especially involving relationships or one-on-one connections or anything you're involved with your 7th house. Saturn's been transiting your 7th, helping you become very mature and grounded with relationship-oriented type stuff. Maybe it's a relationship in particular, or maybe at work, or whatever it might be for you. So the key here is, if you're feeling like maybe there's too much emphasis on your goals or too much emphasis on your relationships, you just want to make sure you find that nice harmony and balance between the two. And I think all in all, just having a grounded approach to relationships and to your goals will be key, because after all, your ruler is in the 1st house. So I mean, while there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for you and with your rest and tranquility, there's also a lot of new insights and passions and drives coming about with Venus transiting your 1st house. So I think just making sure you have a nice balance there with your goals will be very important. Thursday through Sunday, we have a very important transit. Mars is squaring up to Jupiter. So here, this is about action, and the key with this is moderation. Moderation through action. This is totally aligning up with the new moon. It's a time where I think our ambitions might be quite high, and we might be very optimistic about what we're doing. We just want to make sure we keep both feet firmly on the ground, take it nice and slow, as you Taurans like to do, and that's how you'll get the most out of it, because this is a time of seeing, I think, the visions and the big pictures and working out all the details. Just again, make sure that you're taking it nice and slow, especially for you with Mars in your 12th. And this can maybe have a lot to do with the opportunities that have been coming to you involving teaching, sharing, communicating, learning, sharing wisdom, sharing philosophy, all this stuff with Jupiter in your 3rd house. On Saturday, we have that new moon in your 12th. So here, reflecting on the spiritual, deeper elements of life, will certainly be key for you, because that's where the new beginnings are for the next lunar cycle. So very much, again, about intuition, rest, relaxation, tranquility. Now, Sunday is an interesting, Sunday the 19th, an interesting time here, because coming out of that new moon, we have three aspects. We have your ruler squaring up to Neptune, Mercury sextiling Neptune, and your ruler trining the North Node. So the way I would read this heavily for you Taurans is the Venus energy here. So first of all, with Venus squaring up to Neptune, this is, make sure you're not over idealizing these goals and visions that you have. Again, just make sure you're very grounded with it. Neptune is great. It's a fantastic place to have it in the 10th house, because it gives you a lot of very broad and helps you tap into to see things that you didn't see before. But on Sunday, you might have to work a little hard to make it into a reality with your goals and what you're doing. So and this could be a weekend energy too, and also leading into next week. So just make sure that you're working with it. You're taking, again, the grounded approach to everything. And remember that this whole life path this year is about your enjoyment, okay? It's about your passion. It's about creativity. It's about your self-expression. So that's where I think you really want to focus here around this Sunday time period, is involving those fifth house matters: playfulness, fun, joy, self-expression, and then that'll be a very strong supportive element for you. Again, making sure everything's nice and grounded with your ideals. And then Mercury sextiling up to Neptune means you can certainly implement them on Sunday and onward. Just make sure, again, that you are putting it into practice, being willing to adapt, and go with the flow, most importantly. All right, Taurus, have a fantastic week. Please let me know if you have any questions. Get in touch if you'd like a personal reading, and I will talk to you all next time. Take care.